Hi everybody, this is Sierra Sullivan, day 2 of my own personal raw and real Get Naked with My Messaging and Marketing Challenge, video challenge. If you saw yesterday's video, I promised to myself and to any of you that are paying attention or care or interested that I would post one video a day of a moment in my day that I want to share just authentically so that I can step outside of my video marketing persona and actually be more front and center the authentic businesswoman that puts being versus doing at the forefront of her life. So I'm going to say to you, I really wanted to shoot this video earlier. In fact, I woke up this morning with total inspiration to shoot the video. But the reason why I didn't shoot it is because I was worried about how I looked. I didn't want to shoot it without makeup on. And I was still going to do it, but then I conveniently got caught doing other things and I never shot the video. So now it's 6:30 LA time, 9:30 East Coast time. Still getting it in under the wire. But I just wanted to be raw and real and share with you why I didn't get it done sooner. However, what I'm very excited about is to share this little story with you about what has happened throughout the day. And I wouldn't have been able to say this potentially earlier, so it all happens for a reason. So one of the ways that I am learning to be and do through being in my business, in my life, in how I express myself as a woman, is to not get caught up in things that take you out of joy, pleasure, bliss, that put you in stress, or that makes you work really hard for an outcome. Really hard in the not good way, in the like just do way. So a couple of months ago, I was on felt like a grueling plane ride from Miami to San Francisco, and I was all over the place. It was delayed flights everywhere. I didn't check in soon enough, and it was Southwest, so I was middle seat, long flights. I was not a happy camper. But I was choosing to find the pleasure even in that. I was committed to exercising some of the tools that I teach, which one of them being playful engagement, which I'll talk about at some point in the future. And I was doing everything I could to turn my frown upside down because I was not very happy about flight after flight after flight. So I playfully engaged. I ended up engaging the person to my left, the person to my right. We had a great conversation for the last half of the longer flight. And then I said to myself, wouldn't it be awesome if I can turn this around so much that I actually manifest a client somewhere between point A and point B. So I didn't actively seek that client. I wasn't like, gotta get the client. I just was like, let's just throw in an experiment. And just in my pleasure, in my joy, in turning this situation around, I'm going to manifest a client. That's my desire. Can I manifest the client in that process? Said that, set the intention, kind of moved on from it. Well, when you know, at my last flight, I was supposed to be on that plane. It was supposed to just stop over and then carry on. But for some reason in Phoenix, they made us get out of the plane and get on a new plane. And not only that, I actually had another 2-hour flight delay. I was like, oh my God. So I thought, well, I'm going to go have a bite to eat and a glass of wine at this bar that was about to close. And I sat down next to this woman who willingly, openly received me and even decided she was going to share her French fries with me. So we struck up a conversation, and I found out that she has a big dream in her heart, but she's been kind of stuck in the life of, working really hard, and she hasn't been living her big dream. So just being who I am, I was inspiring and encouraging her to live her dream because it was a really awesome dream. And just through the conversation, she was like, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I do this thing called Fun, Fabulous, and Feminine, and I help. There's a dog licking the whole clean, going to town on a bowl over there. Raw and real. And so I just shared what I did and talked about, ways that I can maybe come, into her town and empower the women in her life. And she said, well, I think I need to work with you. And I said, well, let's talk about it. That would be great. I'd love to inspire you to actually step out of, the limitations of your life and step into this big, amazing dream. So the holidays happen, we exchange information, the holidays happen, I got in touch with her, and literally today we had a conversation, and she said yes. She was so excited to grab her credit card. She said she's never been more excited in her life to grab her credit card and to step forward because for the first time in her life ever, somebody outside of her husband believes in her and sees what's possible. And I tell you, she is probably one of the easiest clients that I've ever had. She gets it. She doesn't argue with anything I have to say. She's hungry, she's ready, and she believes in her dream, and she believes in herself, and she's ready to take this leap. So that's exciting. So that was just literally setting an intention, turning a situation around, and creating more ease in my life. And I got a brand new personal one-on-one coaching client just by being me. So that's my inspiration today, and I look forward to what tomorrow brings and whatever video message I'm going to share tomorrow.